Sometimes at work, when the pollen's a little higher in the air and I'm outside working, I put on a mask to kind of protect my airways a little bit, keep me clean, and try to be able to breathe a little better in the afternoon. But when I get done doing whatever I'm doing that's kicking up grass or dirt or dust, whatever, I take off the mask and it's so refreshing, especially on a hot day. And I don't look forward to putting it back on. The constriction, the restricted airflow and breathing, the heat and the sweat that it causes. It's not a comfortable feeling. It's kind of like what deconstruction is. And we talk about that in our episode of Dan and Can this week, where we're talking about family gatherings and relating with family at these events, where a lot of times in deconstruction, you're trying to find out who you are. You've been told your whole life who you were by the church and the authorities that may be. And now you're trying to figure out who you are yourself and find your likes and all that. And you're becoming more authentic in this world. But then you go back to these events, if relationships aren't strained too much, that you can get back in these family events and you feel this need to have to put on that mask again. And it's uncomfortable. It's just not who you are. You want to be a little more authentic, be out, but they can't handle that. Their identity was too tied to this faith, to this religious belief that you stepped away from it. It's a rejection of them. And they don't want to see that up in their face all the time. So it makes them uncomfortable. It makes you uncomfortable because then you either got to decide to cause this uncomfortableness in the room, which sometimes is good because then you can discuss it, but sometimes you just want to get through it. And unfortunately, it makes for light and just non-productive conversations or gatherings or anything of the sort. So we talk about this in the episode, just dealing with this and how to be more authentic and trying to manage this and navigate this and know when, all right, this is, let's not share too much here and let too much insight in here, one for our own protection, but also to prevent arguments or strain during a holiday gathering when people are trying to gloss over all the pimples on their butts and everything else that's going on, and just fall in flow with that, but also not to completely shelter and shell yourself from who you are. And sometimes it's hard to give yourself permission to say, that's exhausting to do. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to be hot and sweaty under this mask for 4 or 5 hours just to service these people and make their life easier, manageable. So don't go. Give yourself that permission. Allow it, because in the long run, the only one that has to answer to any of those decisions is you. And it's your life to live, so live it the way that makes you comfortable.